this is locked.
Could be Aphelios top lane. We've seen the Shy actually play that a lot on his stream.
Yeah. You were talking about this the other day.
Yeah. A lot of Aphelios top. I am very doubtful that would be... Oh! Yeah, okay, Zoe is not long for the world.
Well, exhaust comes out onto UcaL. There's the dredge line. It lands. Can they actually get the aggro to work? And yes, they can. UcaL picks it up, takes one shot, walks out, and that is enough to lock down that for our own time to fight.
Oh, man.
A different showing as Tarzan in a whole host of trouble does get the culling across the top of him, but there's the Dawning Shadow Summit. Will be the sacrifice, but Sandbox are now here together. A 1-for-1 as it stands. Tongue Lash going to land onto Irobe, who takes a lot of damage, but Dredge Line does get him out of there. Teleport available for Summit so he can get back to lane pretty effectively. Scale a little bit more reliably into the late game.
I think Sir Thomas.
He's been baited, but we get in here. That's a great barrel to come down, but the Flash is actually going to get into range as Summit. He's alive for so long. Joker just eats him up, pops him out, and Dove's going to grab that kill onto the Nautilus. Sick outplay from Summit, our MVP from game number 1, and looking like he might utilized. The turret that we were talking about does fall down as Piercing Darkness comes in, but the Moonlight Vigil and everything else is going to destroy the center. Meanwhile, her husband up towards the top side, getting rid of an inner turret now. Back available just yet, so isn't able to man drop down onto this one as Summit has now found him. E going to be used, but Summit doesn't care. Just trying to deter Sword from being able to do anything. On Fleet comes on over, does have Flash available, and oh no, Body Slam still up. That's a very dead Sword, and Summit just grabs that kill. That was as free as you want, just a positional error.
10.4 updates?
No, I haven't seen that yet, but I heard about it as UcaL is in a heck of a lot of trouble. That's the Flash Body Slam, but UcaL's going to flash as well. In comes Sword, but the flash out from Joker should be able to get him to relative safety. Eats his Grey Health, the Moonlight Vigil comes in, but barely doesn't land. Joker steps just that bit and up
forward. My God, the Mountain Dragon mattered!
Did it? How much health did he go down to? Doing so very, very nicely. Dawning Shadow very close to being available, so Irobe will need to get out of here. As another bubble lands, this time Sword can't follow up, but Joker, he's going to be dead. Irobe going to be traded, so no more supports on this map. Onfleek was off to the side, threw out a barrel, deterred from clearing all this vision.
And right now, Griffin, they're on such the back foot.
Oh my God, UcaL just being torn apart. Dawning Shadow gets stopwatched there by Tarzan and gets turned around. Viper finds himself, but Root able to take down Sword, and now there's such low health bars on Fleek. He was desperately trying to find the last bit of...
Ended up getting 6 armor.
Not bad. And that's a Zoe. She's got an arm guard, I guess. So yeah. Not too bad. Okay, Chains of Corruption land. There's the Moonlight Vigil as well as the Dawning Shadow to keep Joker alive. Comes in. Sword parks himself right in the middle of the situation and gets booped back by the barrel. And now the culling flies over Griffin. Sword is not having a very good day today.
No. Sword ended up Grand Sky Mountain Dragon. Is the Scuttle Crab doesn't tend to provide that much value against this Drake in particular.
Well, there we go again, but the bubble was placed down right on top of Sword's feet, and he is straight up dead. Dawning Shadow flies across. They're able to get around there, utilizing Abyssal Voyage nicely as the bubbles fly through. This is exactly where Sandbox wants to be fighting. Alright, Moonlight Vigil does come in,
that's
so
a lot of damage.
Comes down the Calibrum. Devour utilized there, but in goes Sword from the backside. Senna already dead. Joker probably going to follow, as now the turn onto Onfleek is there. Viper going to lock that one down as Sword probably will fall down. Here's a flash forward from Summit. What was that? Just rush of blood to the head? Is that... I don't know. The Aphelios is going to be taken down, though. That means no Baron. Oh my goodness. That may have saved it there from Dove, because otherwise that was 5 members alive.
That was absolutely going to be a save. You want to have these conversations again.
Well, Moonlight Vigil says no. It does decorate. We've got Calibrum. It is in there as Sword. Actually, it's going to get moved towards the Gragas, and that is Jungler now down. Sandbox certainly have changed feet this stage of the game. The lead is still there, honestly. For Sandbox, but it may not be there for too much longer as Irobe has found Joker. Oh no, Summit culls in from the side. A lot of damage now, as remember, doesn't have flash, but Viper has to go golden. No more DPS for that Crescendo, and he's immediately dead. Tarzan comes over. They do manage to take down Senna, but Dove now looking for UcaL, looking to execute one person on their way to the Drake. Oh, control ward going to be in here, but Dove is kiting. Oh no, just out of range. No, it did actually land there as Dove. Portal jumping over, that's his real flash, but is able to get himself to safety. Trouble bubble, but now no Zoe for this ensuing dragon fight.
They have Tom Kench and Senna is coming with teleport, so they need to burst this down, but Tarzan doesn't have smite.
Oh, yeah, Tarzan doesn't, but OnFleek does, and he's able to secure it. Even if Summit falls down here, it is going to be Mountain Soul. If Griffin can get back, also Sandbox aren't going to let them, right? They've got 4 members here.
Going for a flank.
Flanking Nautilus. It's not exactly Vladimir, but it ain't bad. As the man drop does come over the top. Oh, he finds the center out of nowhere as Root with the Piercing Darkness actually just flashes over the top. Gets himself the ult as now Irobe does have the Gargoyle Stone Plate, but he gets snared up by Senna. This is the power of this damn champion. Finally, we're witnessing it in the LCK as Root will go down immediately after I say that. Joker, can you lick them to death is the question, as Aphelios was trying to do the work, but didn't quite manage to. The bubble goes wide, and UcaL gets it with the piercing arrow. Summit says, sorry guys. It's not a hybrid because it's got the lethal tempo. For likely no reason,
Well, just for attack speed,
I guess
but
you have a bit of extra, And UcaL's having a great game, so I can't really fault him for it. Viper, though, he's down to basically no health as the man drop. Going to be Zhonya'd, thereby OnFleek. Sword having to flash. Moonlight Vigil comes in. Root's able to lock down that kill, and the Mountain Drake stats and the shield are incredibly relevant. Root was dead.
Yes.
If it wasn't for that.
Dragon.
Yeah.
And so it's a really weird thing.
Oh no, that's a face check. That ain't a great one there as OnFleek doesn't find the body slam, but they will be able to claim Irobe pretty quickly in this fight. Viper finds his way out the back though, and now it's only Joker and OnFleek in here. Double kill comes forward. UcaL finds himself another one, and I'm never saying bad things about lethal tempo lethality Varus, because UcaL is currently 8-0 and anything about a player ever again.
Tom can kill him.
He might just die to the minions, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Joker's is going to go home and let them do it. What is this? But wait, he's going home to a base that's being absolutely destroyed, and no one's going to be available. So we are going to a game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Griffin tie up the series on the back of an undying UcaL on his Varus mid lane that almost died to minions at the very last moments, but it was just making sure that Joker couldn't back because they were winning the game. It looked very interesting. However, it was for a reason. There's GBM there. Did have a bit of a stint in Turkey now over helping these guys. The jungle. We don't know. Likely that you're not going to put a Zac anywhere other than the jungle. But Diana will at least shore up their damage ranges in this composition. Summit now with a slight disadvantage. A supreme display of talent onto Dove. Irobe is here, but the Devour from Joker is also. There's the flash out. Dove actually with the Moonfall does a fair bit of work, but in the end unable to make it happen, and Sandbox are getting corralled. Root is going to get here. Crescendo is armed. Does in fact have the Infernum alongside it as well, and finally Severum is what's going to come forward, but with Root at full health, OnFleek very, very low. Summit now chasing after Viper as the Abyssal Voyage is going to bring the Aphelios towards the bottom side, but Viper does get to safety. And OnFleek will have the Elastic Slingshot once again. Sword gonna get licked. Thinking about eating back forward, but there's the Moonfall. Graviton was there, I believe. But OnFleek now going to get taken down into the passive. Goes golden beforehand. Will buy some time. Supreme display of talent avoided by Root somehow. That was an incredible flash. As the onslaught doesn't really do too much, and the Zac is going to be the first to fall down. Dove already flashing out of this fight, and Griffin should probably just cut their losses and disengage. It looks like this outer turret in the mid lane is all but dead anyway, but no, Summit has to flash to get himself out of the way. UcaL won't find the Q as the Infernal Chain's not going to pull back Root, who's Crescendum Not able to do the most work here. Didn't quite have optimal weaponry. Situation is Sword now looking for the knocker. Stretch Armstrong, nothing to attach his other one to. That's surely going to get a big charge into the mid-inner turret. Root will take a turret shot, but Severum helps keep him alive. Oh my goodness. There's the Moonfall. Sorry, the Moonshot. Moonfall's the other champion that's coming from the mid lane, and Sword's dead. Just gets chunked out. Burnham's going to secure it. Calibrum now attached as UcaL looking to try and get this 1-for-1 kill, but Dove gets the reset, gets the lockdown, and Summit's the one that gets the...
And even though Sword has teleport, I'm not really quite sure what it's going to end up doing. Sandbox, they're doing it a bit slow. Again, this is a pretty early Baron, even though you do have a Philios.
Well, Elastic Slingshot going to come down. This is 3 versus 5. The door is set up. The bullet time, gigantic! Onto everyone as there's no passive left available for OnFleek. Now Joker is incredibly low. Sword looking for his way in and finds the first Q onto the Tom Kench. And now we're strutting our stuff, looking for the rest of the members of Sandbox, but Viper only able to find 2.
And now Griffin are going to be the ones to start the Baron. And this is just how they lost game number 1. Sandbox, there was no reason to pull off the Baron that early and go for that Leroy Jenkins Zac play into the backline, especially.
Oh, great avoidance there from Griffin. Moonlight Vigil did absolutely nothing. Moonfall also absolutely nothing. Not sure what Dove was hoping to achieve in that moment. The culling. It's now Summit's turn to try and get something done, but the Baron is going to go over to Tarzan. Stop this from happening. Full unadulterated vision here as he does find them. A couple of people ulted, and now immediately Dove has to go golden. OnFleek use the Elastic Slingshot to get out, but Dove has been corralled, cornered, and destroyed. Root with Severum available, not exactly the optimal weapon unless he can get really close to this. The flash in from Sword finds the Infernal Chains, and they will take down Joker. And Root just doesn't have the right stuff to be able to offer the damage back.
Now at this point, they're going to end up getting the Ocean Dragon. They're going to raise the mid-tier 1 turret. Probably going to push on for the mid-tier 2 as well. And they still have yet... Never mind, actually. They're going to turn their sights immediately. And we're just constantly playing ping-pong back and forth. And the thing about this is, sure, Philios and MF are really just growing stronger. But this is just going to come down to one climactic fight.
Yeah.
And
we're all just building to one moment.
Unless Griffin pull a full-on Sandbox, get the Ocean Soul, lose a fight, and then lose the game, I can't really see a way for Sandbox to win this outside of some miracle engagement.
UcaL, there's the flash. He gets a 3-man stun, and I have a feeling this might just be it, as Root has to flash to get out of there, but the Misfortune does so much damn damage. Dove wonders where everyone went, and OnFleek is running for the hills. Joker just walking up the mid lane, trying to extend this match as much as possible. Viper comes on over, Sword's able to grab that kill. Meanwhile, the Zac is dead, and Joker, he's been in this position before, and Griffin are once again just going to run it up the mid lane and grab themselves the victory. Their first so far in LCK 2020, and it's against their former rivals. The Griffin win rate in series over Sandbox continues to reign supreme.
This is just actually so surprising how this whole series just panned out. And I'm literally speechless.
Yeah.
Atlas, I have nothing.
And I want to give the MVP to
I have
Tarzan,
so much to say, but
UcaL,
not that I
and
can't
Viper.
say. Yeah, exactly. But I think that you... Oh man, this is a hard one actually.
It's really hard, right? Because I feel like UcaL's engagements won the game.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, and Tarzan whiffed on some things that could have been miracles.
True, and Viper was just there in the backline shooting stuff.
Yes.
He got a nice number next to his name, but I do think that UcaL certainly played all of those engagements very, very well. H-Dragon, extremely happy man. Over here just reassuring Sword having some of his less impressive performances here in the
Awake to my